And what do you know about the Common Core?
Well, I know it's a new set of standards by which we would hopefully guide students in K through 12, along with mechanisms for evaluating performance and student learning along the way. It's not the first of these to come along.
Nope.
It's probably the nth of these to come along, as we like to say. And it's been received with sort of a mixed reception by various states and various communities, depending on how secure they are with what Common Core proposes to do.
So you've had students coming out for a long time with certain curriculums.
Right.
Now that they're going to be educated with Common Core, now that there's a better set of standards, are there any changes proposed for our education?
Well, I think that the intent is that the Common Core would actually raise the educational achievement of young people coming into college.
Yeah.
As a result, that would mean we'd have to do less remediation, and that would probably be a good thing for us. If it fails, of course, and the students actually aren't as well prepared as they've been in the past, then that presents a problem for us. So the devil is really in how this all works out and whether or not the students actually improve in terms of their learning outcomes coming out of K through 12 into the universities.
Do you feel that in higher education that there's really any value to this sort of standards-driven education?
This is a very interesting point, and it's important that we think about this carefully. I'm actually a true believer in trying to determine in some systematic way whether students have learned material.
Mm-hmm.
I think, however, if that basically drives all of our teaching faculty in the K through 12 schools into lockstep in the way that they deliver courses,
yeah,
then we're going to lose some of the inherent creativity we get from a diversity of approaches to teaching. And so we need to be careful to not overwhelm the system with so many specific requirements that we take all of the adventure out of teaching from our teaching faculty. And I think that's the biggest concern I have. We also don't want our students to spend too much time being tested. We want them to spend as much time as they can learning and just periodically check as to whether they've learned the appropriate material. So this is a sensitive question. It's the question that basically all of these modern new approaches to K through 12 education have attempted to address. I really am in favor of having standards. I'm in favor of testing students to see if they've learned. But I'm also in favor of maintaining some degree on the part of our teachers to be creative, to teach in new ways, to excite students, and to put energy into the teaching profession the way it used to be.
Has there ever been an analysis of all the courses at RIT, even at college level, I'm not aware of this, to look and see if standards could benefit certain areas of curriculum, like that everyone who takes Calculus 1 should be at certain standards at the end of Calculus 1?
Well, you may not know this, but in fact, all colleges, including RIT, have been encouraged to develop what we call learning outcomes for every course that we offer and for every degree program that we offer. And those actually are listed. Those are available. You could look them up for every course. And we are also charged with trying to evaluate whether our students have met those required learning outcomes. And if they haven't, or if they've only done so partially, we need to find a feedback mechanism to improve the course the next time it's offered, to ensure that a higher percentage of the students will get those desired learning outcomes. So this is already part of our culture here. We underwent this 3 or 4 years ago, and we have actually every course now has identified learning outcomes, and we have a mechanism by which we will evaluate what the students have learned, and hopefully, if they haven't learned or not learned as much as we'd like, we have a mechanism for improving the course the next time it's offered.